everybody, welcome to another War and Pieces. Compass Games has done it again. NATO, the Cold War goes hot. Now, let me tell you something here, okay? This designer series by Bruce, this one is particularly by Bruce Maxwell, who at one time did this game for Victory Point Games. Now I have the original here somewhere amongst this mess and whatnot. And back then I found this a very, very interesting game. It was back in the early 80s. I wish I can give you the year exactly. I think it's on the back of the box, but you know I'm not going to cheese out and look. Okay, but this was a very, very interesting game at the time because back then we still had a bit of that Cold War and it really resonated, and this was done beautifully. This new edition is something special, and we're going to go down, we're going to go take a look at it because, let's be honest, our boys at Compass Games, they just keep on kicking it, don't they? Let's go down to the table. I'm going to give you a brief look at everything, and then we'll come back and I'll give you my final. When you open this up, if you are a beginning player, you're going to feel overwhelmed, but don't be. Don't be. There is a beautiful thing about this, is that there is an introductory scenario that really walks you through everything that you'll get a good feel for everything. And if you're new to this, and I'm going to talk to Candace out there, you are going to really love this. And I really suggest that this is something that you take your time with, and what you put into this, you're going to get a lot out of this, because this is a quintessential, fantastic experience and typical on-the-money war game with a lot of ingenuity to it. The other thing I really like is that it carries a lot of the basic wargaming principles, and it does a great job at it. And you're going to be intimidated by this book because it is, I think it's like 80 something pages long. Okay, 87 pages long. But the reason it's so long is, number one, you have a lot of designer notes. Number two, there are a ton of examples of every single mechanism in this game. And then for veterans, there are veteran notes which give you a quick run through, which is very smart, because if you are a long-time war gamer, you kind of understand 99% of the concepts here, and it does a fantastic job at it. The other thing that just is absolutely fantastic here is how the flow chart, okay, which gives you everything, starting from a joint status phase, joint reinforcement phase, okay, supply phase, movement phase, okay, all the way through, and just does a fantastic job. I wish there were more of these that people did, nice and big, bold, and point you in the direction that you need to go. Brilliant, brilliant. This here is your most important thing, because this very first scenario at point 36 is the ball tap scenario. And like I told you, it starts you off with very few units, and you're going to get to feel every bit of this fantastic experience. And it does a great job. And reading through this and doing this, I'm telling you, this is going to get you to understand the game, the concepts, and feeds you a little bit things, and builds and gives you a foundation that you can go from. Not many games do this. Bruce Maxwell was smart enough to do this and do it well. Do it better than I've seen a lot of games do it. You're going to get your player aid charts, of course, which are going to really help you, and then some other charts that you're going to have. The counters are beautiful. I popped some out already, I'm sorry, but look at these. Just done very, very well, nice and clean, the way you like things, and really just a fantastic, fantastic job here, and cut perfectly. You're going to get these out, and you are going to get going very, very quickly. The map, paper map, some of you don't like paper maps, but I'm telling you, this one is well worth it. It's just so much on here. I can't even cover the entire thing, but it is a big map, and it has a big feel. And as you can see, this is the one that you're going to start with right in this area, which is the ball tap, which you're only probably going to need most of this map. There's a couple of little sections over there that you would need, but really this is going to give you the feel of the game right off the bat. And it is done absolutely beautiful. You have your nuclear strike table, which I'm always in for. Combat results. Listen, if I'm losing, I'm going nuclear strike. That's all I'm telling you. All right? Either win or everybody loses. You've got there's another chart over there that unfortunately we're not going to pick out. I really enjoy the air chart and you know, being able to do your transports as well as your tactical airstrikes, which can be very key and add a certain element if done correctly. Just absolutely beautiful, fantastic, better than the original. Okay, I have to admit, a fantastic job by our good friends over at Compass Games. Let's go up top and get my final thoughts on this masterpiece, NATO, The Cold War Goes Hot. Now listen, I'm going to be honest with you. If you're going to go out and get this, it says medium complexity on it. I'm going to say it's a little bit higher than that. A very, very deep rule book. The game is smart. It's done very traditionally, yet adds some elements that are very, very interesting. I love the tactical airstrikes, how you know, really using the modern air, the chemical warfare, the nuclear threat, you know, all the things that come into this, and yet on a level of just ingenuity. This is just a superb game by a brilliant man, Bruce Maxwell. The thing I really enjoy is that the start off scenario with the Danes and the Soviets is it gives you a little bit of every little nuance of the game, and it kind of gives you a good feel, and it sucks you in. It pulls you right in. Okay, you know, NATO, the Soviets, all the things that are going on, trying to capture things, and it's not that easy. You know, you may be the stronger side, and yet you can get your teeth kicked in with a couple of bad rolls and have to rethink things. The way a supply goes, I really enjoy that. You could be out of supply and still have, you know, you make your move to go out of supply and yet be able to make the attack, which I think is very, very smart, because a lot of games, once you're out of supply, then you're halved right off the bat and you can't make that attack you want to make. You can move out of supply, and what they're saying is, hey, I've got everything I came here with. It's after I empty all this, can I get resupplied? And that gives you a chance to move up headquarters within certain spaces and so forth and so on, so you can resupply. Really just smart stuff, and I really enjoyed that, and it gave me such a great feel. You saw the components are absolutely beautiful. They do a fantastic job. And like I did, I tried to show, you know, the components off more than explain the gameplay, because this is a remake, and people that are going to be interested in it, I think, are people that have already played it. Solitaire-wise, I don't think it holds up as much as other games, and I think playing with another player is very important to this beautiful game. And it is a beautiful remake, and congrats again to our good friends at Compass Games, who, they just knock it out of the park. I mean, let's just be realistic, all right, until next time, for War and Pieces, it's your old pal Rob saying, we'll see you soon.